Hey guys, looks like it's beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we got us a nuclear cat dogfish head. This is their higher math, which is an American strong ale monster beer, guys, coming in at 17%. This was sent to me a while back by Brandon C. down in Texas. Brandon, sorry it took so long to get to this beer, but it's a 17%er. This beer should sell very, very well, and I've sold it for a while myself. So anytime you see these nuclear green caps, usually means it's a higher ABV beer, just like their Dogfish 120 and several other ones they produce that are huge ABV beers, guys. And this is a retired beer. They don't do it anymore, or they only done it once, or whatever the case may be. They do not. This is not once a year done beer. This is retired. They don't do it anymore, and they usually put a date on their stuff somewhere, but I don't see it standing out to me on this. So I don't know how old this particular version is, or when they done it. And to me, it looks like it's got a lot of stuff in the bottom of the bottle. So says here celebrating 20 off-centered years with their luscious chocolate cherry birthday cake in liquid form. 17% alcohol by volume, and then the government warning. That's all that's written on it. So let's see what this brings to the table. Commercial description is exactly what I just read off the bottle to you guys. So 17%. Rate Beer has this at 35 IBUs, which is very low for a 17% beer. So we shall see. It's time to do the deed. A little bit of a hiss, a little bit of smoke, and like I said, it looks like it's got a bunch of stuff in the bottom, so let's see what's going on here. I will tell you the cheese are nutty, Asiago Colby Parmesan, general and digestive, glassware Pinebacker 9-tumbler snifter, oversized wine glass. I've got my favorite glass, the solid beer glass. Yep, it's got a lot of murky stuff in the bottom of the bottle, and most of it came out. So, and it says here it can be solid for a long period of time. Over into the light, it is a murky brown color, guys. Almost looks like river water. Not getting any light through the glass at all, really. Pretty murky. Let's get a nose to it. Didn't pour very much of a head. It didn't pour any head, as a matter of fact. It's not even covering the top of the beer. Whew. Alcohol. And alcohol, did I say alcohol? And more alcohol. The alcohol is not hidden in this beer at all, guys. It's 17% and I can smell it. I'm getting a little bit of maltiness in there. Man, the alcohol is overpowering everything. There may be a little bit of some dark fruit in there, some dark cherries or some raisins or figs. But the alcohol is just off the chain on this. Maybe that's why they retired it. It almost has a rubbing alcohol smell to it. It's so heavy. Oh well, it is what it is. Final beer of the evening for me. Wow, that's a boozy beer. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. That is a monster beer, guys. This is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of toffee. Heavily boozy. But it's 17%. I mean, you're not drinking a 5% beer. This is 3 beers plus in one bottle. That's why it's got the nuclear cap on it. Not for little girls, evidently. Might not even be for big boys either. This is strong booziness on this. I don't know exactly when this was produced. I will look at the bottle when I come back, see if I can find any kind of dating or vintage on it. But it is a retired beer, so I'm pretty sure it's either a 2016, 15, 14, somewhere in that area. Probably more like the 15 or the 14 area than the 16 if it's retired already. And I've probably had it 6 months or so anyway. If you're looking to get into the hammer lane very damn quick, this would probably be a good beer to pick up if it's still available. Probably not, unless you just find some old stock still sitting on the shelf nobody's bought. Most of these have probably already been picked up or either been drank or in somebody's cellar somewhere. Higher math, yeah. The math on this one is 17%. Whew. Big beer. Monster beer. I definitely got to share this with the other half because I don't want to drink all this myself. Well, it's right out of the fridge. Let's let it open up, let it come up to room temperature, sip on it for a little bit, and I mean sip. This is not a beer you want to chug unless you want to be face down in the dirt some damn where, that's for sure. This will kick your ass. Hopefully I can be able to talk when I come back on this one. So let me sip on it for a while and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Been sipping on it about 30 minutes. The other half's been sipping on it too. Very boozy. Very, very boozy, guys. I tried to sell this for a little while, hoping the 17% would subside a little bit. It has not. Maybe this beer needs to be selling 20 years. And still, it may be just as boozy then. There's no telling. Sometimes the booze subsides, sometimes it does not. I can understand why they retired this beer. It didn't work. It just didn't work. Decent beer, not outstanding, not to the A category by any means. Very one-dimensional booze. The booze is overpowering everything. It has got a little bit of caramel toffee, maybe a slight hint of some dark fruits in there, but the booze is overpowering everything. This would probably be a good beer if it was like a 11 or 12%er, but 17% is a little over the top to me for this style of beer, which is an American strong ale. This is like drinking liquor. I mean, it's exactly like drinking liquor, and I'm sure this was not a cheap beer to buy for Brandon. I don't know what this beer costs. I know it was over $10. It may be up to the $15 range for a 12-ounce bottle. Unless you're just in a hurry to get into the hammer lane or get drunk or shit-faced, this beer didn't work. And even now, 30 minutes later, the booze is just over the top, guys. Unless you just want to get in that hammer lane and get drunk, drink a bottle of this and you'll have your buzz on. You drink 2 bottles of this and you're face down in the dirt somewhere. And then you got $20 to $30 in that buzz. You could buy a case of Budweiser for that or more. Maybe even 2 cases, depending on where you're buying it. And then you're running to the bathroom every 5-10 minutes and, well, you know what I'm saying. This beer doesn't work. It's way over the top boozy. Final chug. Booze, booze, and more booze. Alcohol is off the chain on this, guys. It's a 17%er. You got to realize what you're drinking. Hints of caramel and toffee. Not a lot of dark fruit because the booze is masking that. It's overpowering all of that. It does have a nice sweetness to the back end, but the booze is so heavy on this beer. It's not something I would probably purchase. But I do appreciate Brandon purchasing it and sending it to me for a review. Even the Dogfish 120 doesn't appeal to me too much. Most of the stuff they do that has that bright green nuclear cap on it is over the top, in my opinion. It's just too heavy. It's too boozy. It's too this or too that. I'm not wanting something, unless it's a barrel-aged version where we get into that, and you get a little bit of woodiness or vanilla or bourbon in the taste. This beer is just over the top. It's just way over the top. I would not buy this beer. Alright guys, to me, I want to tell you it's a well-made beer, but the booziness keeps you from telling you that. I'm not impressed with this beer at all. I'm going to give it a 5, which is a big minus. I've had much better American Strong Ales at the 11, 12%, 10, 11, 12%, rather than a 17%. It's just all booze. I'm not looking for that in a beer. I'm not wanting to get into the hammer lane or just to drink a beer that's one beer or two that's going to make me shit-faced. That's just not me, guys. And some of you young bucks, I mean, you may say, oh my God, I drank 2 of these and I couldn't even stand up. I couldn't get to the bathroom. You know, if that's what you're after, more power to you. I'm looking for more taste than I am more booze. And this is just over the top. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate is 83. I'm not even going there. Well, that's the B- scale. So yeah, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer has it at 43 overall and 11 in the style. So those guys weren't impressed either. And final check-in, Untapped has it at 3.67, which is in their B range. So, not an outstanding beer to me, guys. Heavy booze. If that's what you're looking for, by golly, this will probably get you there. If you're just looking for something that's all booze, you might save some money. Buy a malt liquor. Drink 2 40s of a malt liquor. It's probably going to put you in the same place this is going to put you. So, wasn't impressed. Wasn't impressed on this one, guys. So, if you've had this one from Dogfish Head, this is their higher math. It's not even well made for that much booziness into it, even after being cellared. I told you I would look at it and see if I could find a date on it or any kind of vintage or anything. I don't see anything written on the bottle anywhere to tell me whether it was a 14, 15, 16, or wherever. I didn't go to their website to find out. You shouldn't have to. These guys are big enough. They could put something on there, and they choose not to, so I choose not to give them a good grade. It's a boozy-ass freaking beer. If you want to get drunk, drink you 2 of these, you'll be there. So, come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. If you had this, let me know what you think. I wasn't impressed. Brandon, I'm sorry you wasted your money on this. Unless you're just trying to get shit-faced, this is not the beer you should be drinking. Sorry, Sam. That's the way it is. And Brandon, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry it took so long. I knew this was a great big beer. I was trying to let it settle a little bit, hoping that the booziness would subside a little bit and it would be a great beer. It is not. It is not a great beer. Much better beers out there available. Not to this magnitude, but much more tastier than this. So this didn't work. Probably would not buy it if I've seen it here. So, if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. See you then.